Hello again, baseball fans, and welcome to Wolf Field in beautiful Caldwell, Idaho, for tonight's game between the Spearfish Sasquatch and your Canyon County Spuds. First pitch going underway right now. I just want to give you the Sasquatch lineup for tonight. Leading off in left field is number 3, Trey Vorwald. At second base, number 24, Ryan Bachman. At shortstop, batting third, number 27, Johnny McHenry. The designated hitter is number 12, Gabe Springer. At first base, batting fifth, number 28, Harrison Clark. The catcher tonight is number 23, Andrew Johnson. The third baseman, number 13, Ivan Palomino. In right field is number 40, Griffin Sheeran. And in center field is number 11, Gage Crott. And, of course, the starting pitcher tonight for the Sasquatch is number 16, Jack Hostetler. National anthem is just moments away. We're going to take a timeout and be right back with Spuds Baseball right after this. Great crowd here tonight at Wolf Field in Caldwell, Idaho. Let's start off with the Spuds starting lineup. In center field is number 8, Riker Billingsley. Batting second, right fielder Owen Bischoff. Batting third, first baseman, number 34, Tyler Stone. Lucas Danielwicks will be your designated hitter tonight. Matt Mandeville behind the plate, number 12. Dawson Baracani at third base. Tyler Castelli, Tampa Bay native, in left field. Zach Schwartzberg, number 2, as your shortstop. And playing second base for the Spuds tonight is number 15, Gabe Garrett from Florida Tech, also another Tampa Bay native. And the starting pitcher tonight, Tristan Tatum, number 6, from Cal State East Bay. Game 2 of a 5-game series here in Caldwell tonight. Spuds won last night 5-3 on an 8th-inning double from Tyler Stone. Tyler was later scored on a single from Owen Bischoff, made it 5-3. Spuds going with hard-throwing Tristan Tatum tonight. Throws a very heavy ball. Had a great, successful start to the season so far. Mandeville behind the plate's got an excellent arm. Excellent defender, working on some stuff. Matt's a great kid and comes to the ballpark every day to work. So we'll get things leaded off. The Sasquatch will lead it off with the left fielder, number 3, Trey Vorwald. Sasquatch tonight wearing their black tops with white pants. And the Spuds are wearing the 1967 Caldwell Cub replica jerseys. Of course, the Caldwell Cubs in 1967 were a single-A affiliate of the Chicago Cubs. First pitch swinging is Vorwald. Schwartzberg on the play over to Stone. That's 1 pitch and 1 out. That's how you want to start a ball game, folks.
Now batting number 24, Ryan Bachman.
Bachman will step to the plate. Bachman, the second baseman, as Tate will come to pitching out of the stretch tonight. Here's the first pitch to Bachman. That's high for ball 1. That ball looks to be in play, fouled out on the right-hand side. Stone up against the gate, and that'll fall 4 or 5 feet right in behind the dugout, almost by the food truck, the Spuds food truck over there. That'll even the count at 1-1. "83 degrees here in Caldwell, a little overcast skies, winds blowing from left to right. Beautiful night here in Caldwell. Expecting a pretty decent week here for weather. Sunday might be a little bit iffy, but these first 4 games are going to be awesome. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Tatum. That ball is up as well. Ball 2. That ball's fouled back again. That'll leave the count at 2-2. Tatum from Cal State East Bay. Bachman getting ready for the 2-2 pitch. I'm not sure what, but that was a ball. We thought we had a tight strike zone last night. Here's the full count pitch. That ball is bounced back to the third baseman, Baracani. He makes the long throw across the diamond. Stone in time. That's for out number 2.
Now batting number 27, Johnny McHenry.
Johnny McHenry now making his way to the plate. Shortstop. McHenry was a part of that 2021 team for Spearfish. They just had a fantastic season, had a good playoff run, and ultimately strike 1 from Tatum. Ultimately had an excellent series with the Big Fish Badlands Big Sticks. Ball 2, that pitch is way outside. Tatum going right to work. He doesn't fool around. He's a businessman. He goes right to work here, trying to get on the outside, swing and a miss by McHenry. Tatum now taking the advantage with a 1-2 count. 2 outs, top of the first inning. This game just got underway. Thanks for joining us tonight, folks. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Tatum went nibbling and didn't get the umpire to bite. 2-2 is now the count. That ball's hit. Billingsley out in center field. Makes a play on that. Goes back on it. It's got the first game jitters out of the way. Riker Billingsley with a great catch in center field. Track that ball right. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first inning. Welcome to Spuds TV. Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning.
Stewart's Bar and Grill, our favorite restaurant, and Carter's Screen Printing.
Sasquatch went 1-2-3. Spuds are going to lead it off with the center fielder. The new kid, last night, his first night in a Spuds uniform. A little nervous. I talked to him after the game, got the jitters out. And, of course, Riker Billingsley is just a tremendous young prospect from University of California, Riverside. Division I school. Good kid, hard worker. Like to see him on the bases. He gets on, folks. It's a game changer right now. Here's the first pitch from Jack Hosteller, the starting pitcher tonight for the Sasquatch. That pitch is up. That's ball 1. That ball is laced right to the shortstop for the first out of the ball game. That ball was hit right on the button, but right at him. 1 down now for the Spuds. That'll bring up the right fielder, Owen Bischoff. Just recently, Owen committed to Western Oregon University, where he's going to spend the next year of his collegiate career. Owen, a second-year Spud with the club last year. Mr. Utility. Played everywhere but catcher, I believe, and including pitching. All around the infield and outfield, and fantastic kid. Here's the first pitch from Hosteller. That's bounced down the third base line. It is fair. Across the diamond, 1 pitch and 2 outs now for the Sasquatch as Bischoff liked the first pitch he saw and tried to take it to the left side of the diamond. Nice easy throw. That'll be for 2 outs now.
Now batting, first baseman, number 34, Tyler Stone.
Stone now makes his way into the box. The ILB leading hitter right now. Last night laced a double off the wall in the 8th inning. It scored a run, and then he scored to make it 5-3. Nobody on here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Stone. That ball is low. Second pitch fouled off by Stone. Was out in front of that just a little bit. The pitch is outside. Count down 2-1. It's a good pitch for Stone to hit right here. And he does. Foul ball down the first base line. That'll even the count at 2-2. Excellent crowd here tonight at Wolf Stadium. Wolf Field. Here's the 2-2 count to Stone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bottom of the first inning. Curveball stays outside. Nice pitch, though. Count is now full. Let's see what Hostetler decides to come with here. Here's the full count pitch to Stone. Struck him out, softened it up over the outside of the plate. Bottom of the first inning. No score. We'll be right back with more Spuds baseball right after this.
Make sure you get dressed to
Welcome back to Wolf Field. Game 2 between the Sasquatch and the Spuds tonight. Beautiful weather here in Caldwell. Wolf Field, home of the College of Idaho Yotes. Baseball history moved over from Simplot. Over here, built this field, put lights in, turf in. What a fantastic place to play. Here's the first pitch from Tatum to start the second inning, outside for a ball. Tatum doesn't throw incredibly hard, but it's a real heavy ball. That's a bat breaker. He gets it in on the wrists, and you're going to get some new plywood. Pitch number 2 is outside as well. Gabe Springer's the hitter. He's the designated hitter. Had to bring that in a little bit for the strike. Nice pitch by Tatum. Another nice pitch, got under that. Billingsley going back, tracking that. Looks like Billingsley's going to take it, and he does. Out number 1.
now batting number 28, Harrison Clark.
First baseman Harrison Clark is your batter, 1 out, top of the second inning. Both these teams started this way last night, still feeling each other out a little bit. Neither one of these pitchers are dominant, or I would say a heavy strike thrower, but both of them pitch to contact. So it'll be interesting to see where this one goes. Last night was a pitcher's duel for sure. Looking like the same thing here tonight. Here's the first pitch from Tatum. That ball is over the outside for a ball. That pitch, Caselli going back on that. It's got lots of range there. Caselli over, makes the catch. Had a late start on it, a late jump, trying to pick it up here in the kind of like the late afternoon, cloudy skies, but Caselli got right on it for out number two, excuse me. Now 2 outs, top of the second inning. Andrew Johnson, the catcher, did not catch last night. Here's the first pitch from Tatum. Not sure where that was, but that was a ball. We're a ways back up in the tower, to be fair to the umpires. They've been very consistent here the last couple of games for both teams. Ball 2, as that pitch was up high. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Tatum. That ball's up as well. Ball 3. Johnson going to get the green light here and swing away. You know that Tatum's going to be coming dead red here, trying to get some contact and see if we can put this ball in play. I know he doesn't want a 4-pitch walk, that's for sure. Here's the pitch. Doesn't right down Main Street for a strike. I'm not sure what Johnson's talked to the umpire about. That was right dead center down the middle. Probably maybe asking him what speed it was, because now he's in a hitter's count, 3-1 count. Right back to the pitcher. Tatum grabs the ball. He'll make the throw to Stone. That's 3 out. Top of the second inning. No hits, no runs, nobody left on. We'll be right back with Spuds Baseball in the second inning. Stick with us. Well, only in summer baseball, folks, where you see the young cheerleaders at Canyon County Optimist cheerleading. Doing a heck of a job tonight. These girls are just getting started. So we love having it. From now on, every now and again, we'll have a young group of gymnasts or dancers. We had an illusion dance team here a couple of weeks ago. It's just a lot of fun, and that's what we're trying to bring to this town. A place where people can go out on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday weekend, have some fun, affordable, watch some great collegiate baseball in the Independence Baseball League, and and have a good time with their kids. You know what? You have a choice today where do you spend your money, and we're certainly happy those folks chose tonight at Wolf Field, and we really appreciate it. In our second season here in Caldwell, what a beautiful home. Lucas Danielwicz, the designated hitter, is going to start off for the Spuds. Lucas goes to Mesa Community College, second-year Spud, one of those versatile guys, wanted to bring back. He can play everywhere, including catcher.
Lucas Danielwicz.
Want to also welcome tonight's premier sponsor, 10 Barrel Brewing. They're down in the VIP area there having a good time. Excellent sponsor. They've been with us since day one. 10 Barrel Brewing. Here's the first pitch from Hostetler. Not too sure where that was. That was a ball, saying it's a ball. That looked like it was right down the middle. I don't have the greatest view here. We're up a little bit, but you're seeing exactly on your TV camera. Thought that was a strike. Ball one. Here's the second pitch from Hostetler. That was a little higher. That's a strike. So, I think Danielwicz is thinking the same thing. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Hostetler. Fouled off by Danielwicz. No hits in the ball game yet. Bottom of the second. Game 2 of a 5-game series. Going to stretch right through till Father's Day on Sunday. That's a heck of a pitch for a strikeout from Hostetler. Sits Danielwicz down. That's out number 1. Excellent curveball. Matt Mandeville, the catcher from Cal State East Bay, now batting. Matt had a great road trip to Casper last week. He's in a nice catcher's try-tune with Miller, Keller, and Mandeville. 3 great catchers, all do things differently. Matt looked at that inside ball 1, but a great kid. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. For a strike. Crowd still filing in here to Wolf Field tonight. Way inside, but Mandeville liked it, took a swing at it and got nothing of it. Excellent pitch by Hostetler. Had some company and some family coming down from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho today. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's up for ball 2. 2-2 count now. Both teams looking to get somebody on base. Kind of similar to last night's game. Not overpowering pitchers, not strikeout artists, but putting the ball in play. That ball's fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Tomorrow night, folks, Friday night, every Friday night, kids 12 and under are free here at the Spuds games. And it gets crazy. It's a good time. Great way to end the week. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Hostetler. Fouled off by Mandeville. Mandeville got under that. Left fielder is going to come in, make a play on the ball, and makes the catch for the second out. Dawson Baracani, the third baseman from Mesa Community College. Also had an excellent trip to Casper last week as the Spuds took 4 of 6 from the Horseheads. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch from Hostetler. Tries to put a little bit of gas on it. That comes outside for ball 1. Foul ball.
Batting is number 5, Dawson Baracani.
1-1 count. Tyler Castelli on deck, the left fielder. Bericani can get on base. Here's the 1-1 from Hostetler. Fouled down the third base line. Takes the count to 1-2. Did not catch a corner for ball 2. Nice pitch. Not much Bericani could have done with that. Weight off it, and that ball found itself outside the strike zone. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball's fouled off again down the first base line, right toward the Spearfish Sasquatch dugout. Hostetler's doing a nice job moving the ball in and out, up and down, changing speeds. That's been his forte so far in the second inning of this game. It's just taking that fastball, finding a spot with it, and then trying to come back with something a little softer. You don't always have to throw 95 miles an hour to be successful in baseball. You got to hit your spots, move it in, up and down, and that's what Hostetler's done so far. 2-2 ball game, 2 out, bottom of the second inning. Twos are wild here. Check down to the first base line to see if Bericani went around. He did not. Count is now full. Spuds trying to get their first base runner of the game on. 3-2 count. Fouled again by Bericani. It's an excellent at-bat for Dawson. Here's the pitch. You can see there with Hostetler bringing the gas right now. Fouled off again by Bericani. And from the short period of time I've had to watch Jack Hostetler, I'm going to say he's going to come back with something really slow here. And let's see if he does. Full count pitch. Now, with a little fastball on the outside again. I'm looking for a change of speed here because it looks to me as Bericani's on that fastball. Just can't get the fat end of the bat on it. And an excellent pitching succession here and a great at-bat for Bericani. Outside and high, ball 4. Excellent at-bat by Bericani. Takes a walk. First base runner for the Spuds tonight. That'll bring up the Floridian from Tampa Bay, Florida, going to Embry-Riddle University in one of the coolest places on the east coast of Florida, Daytona Beach. Castelli currently in top 15 in the ILB in hitting. Here's the first pitch to Castelli inside for a strike. Caught the corner. Went on the outside for balls 1, excuse me. 1-1's a count. Bericani at first base, not taking a huge lead. I don't think either one of these teams are run and gun right now. Slows that pitch. Hostetler took something off that, and Castelli was way out in front for strike 2. Nice pitch. Now, if he goes fastball here to Castelli, it's going to be a mistake. He's got to change that speed again. Guess that Castelli's a straight fastball hitter. There it is. And Castelli fouled that off. Count remains 1-2. One-two count. Hostetler having a look over at Bericani at first base. Still looking over there. Here's the pitch. Will that find a hole? No, to the second baseman. Bachman to first base. There's the stretch. Gets Castelli at first base. Wasted an opportunity with a runner on. No score. No hits, no runs, one man left on. We'll be right back with more Spuds Baseball right after this. So we are top of the third inning. Not a hit on the board for either team. Both Tatum and Hostetler have done a really nice job of keeping runners off the base and pitching to contact. And third baseman Ivan Palomino will be the batter. He gets under that. That ball may bring down rain. Castelli gets under it, makes the catch. One pitch and one out. Griffin Sheeran, the right fielder, now gets in. Griffin Sheeran didn't play last night. Right-handed hitter.
Number 40, Griffin Sheeran.
And both of these pitchers are inducing fly balls. Lets me know that these guys are changing speed, putting the pitches in the right zone. Here's a pitch from Tatum for a strike. That ball's fouled away. Strike two now. Both Tatum and Hostetler tonight working really quickly, which I like to see. These guys get up there and don't bring a lot of drama to the game. They just get up and start throwing strikes, and that's what you need to do to be successful. Nice pitching battle again here tonight. Tatum. 0-2 pitch. Let's see if he attacks now and gets Sheeran. And he does. That's strike three. Excellent, excellent pitching outing here from Creston Tatum. Quickly, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Gage Kroc, the center fielder last night. I'm going to tell you right now, when Stone hit that double off the wall, Kroc was not stopping. Had that fence been another 20 feet, he'd have still been running. He's an excellent center fielder. Very impressed with him last night. Let's see how he does here against Tate. He's batting in the 9th spot, but defensively, you got to put him in the game. He's that kind of player. Only seen the kid once. Very, very impressed with him. That ball hit. Gabe Garrett, the second baseman, picks up the ball, throws over to Stone. Another 1-2-3 inning. Quick ball game, folks. We may only be another 15, 20 minutes. We'll be right back with more Spuds Baseball right after this. We are back and for the bottom of the third inning. The shortstop, Zach Schwartzberg, will lead off for the Spuds from Saddleback Community College.
Now batting number 2, Zach Schwartzberg.
Just an outstanding hard worker. Good kid. Like watching him play. When he makes a mistake, he puts his chin back up and gets to work. It's fantastic. Hostetler now, bottom of the third. He's been perfect too. Base hit right at Bachman at second base. Throw to first. Schwartzberg, one pitch, one out. Gabe Garrett, the Tampa Bay state champion from Bloomingdale High School. They won the 6A state championship last year and went off to Florida Tech University. Gabe batting ninth tonight, playing second base. Here's the first pitch from Hostetler. That's a strike. Second pitch outside for Hostetler. Both these pitchers tonight really have a game plan. It's kind of nice to watch them. They'll go out a couple times and come in, change the speeds. It's nice to see. Neither one of these guys throw 95 miles an hour, but what they are doing is hitting their spots. That pitch just died on him. Strike two. 1-2 to Garrett. Want to say hi to all of his family there in Valrico. Great people. Big Spuds fans. Here's the pitch. Garrett, ball dropped. Making the run to first base. Throw down there to get him out. Out number 2.
Now batting number 8.
Top of the order for Riker Billingsley. You know when you light the wick of a stick of dynamite and you're just ready for that last little bit to get going? I think it's going to take a couple games, and it should, for Riker to get going, and he's going to absolutely be dominant at the top of the Spuds lineup. Center fielder, he's got the wheels, he's got some pop in his bat. That's the scouting report on him. Here's the first pitch from Hostetler. You saw it right there, the left fielder going back. He's under the ball. First pitch, 3 out. Game's going by quickly. We'll be right back with more Spuds baseball right after this. Crowd getting into it tonight here on top of the fourth inning. Bunch of zeros on the board. Game time going by real quick here. It's nice. If you made dinner plans tonight, you might hit them. Trey Vorwald is going to lead off for the Sasquatch. He grounded out back in the first inning.
Trey Vorwald.
Here's the first pitch from Tatum. Excellent idea by Vorwald, trying to put a bunt down, move things around. He did offer, and that is a strike. It's a great idea, though. Nothing's happening, so there's not too much activity. Want to see if guys are sleeping and just watching the game. Got a great pitcher's duel tonight, and Vorwald said, hey, let me see if we can get some activity here. And Tatum's next pitch is a ball outside. Up and in for a ball. First base hit of the ball game. Going down the left field line. Castelli's going to get in to get it. He'll bring it into Schwartzberg. Base hit.
Now batting number 24, Ryan Bachman.
Bachman now your batter, the second baseman. Grounded out in the first inning. First pitch from Tatum is a strike. Ball hit the Barricani, turning there. Gabe Garrett on to first place. Double play! Excellent, excellent defense by the Spuds. Barricani to Garrett to Stone. Eliminates that first base hit. Spuds quickly get 2 out.
Now batting number 27, Johnny
McHenry now making his way into the batter's box. He flew out in the first inning. Nice pitch inside for strike one. Little change of pace pitch there for Tatum. That one there hit the ground and bounced in. 1-1 the count. Tristan, one of the nicest young fellas you're ever going to meet. He's always got a smile on his face. It's kind of like he's up to something, but he's not. He's just a good kid. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. Count now goes to 1-2. Kind of quiet. You know, he'll talk when kind of spoken to. Doesn't really mix it up too much, but fantastic teammate. The guys love him. They really get behind him, and he's a joy to play behind because he does put the ball in play. Keeps everybody active. The 2-2 pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. That ball's foul back. McHenry's got himself a nice little at-bat here. Count remains 2-2. Tomorrow night, Friday night, 7 o'clock game time here at Wolf Field. If you've got a youngster that's 12 and under, kids 12 and under on Friday night are free. They have a ball. They run the bases at 6:15 tomorrow. We've got a Spuds Kids Clinic. They grab their glove and come on the field and get to work out with the Spuds. It's pretty cool. After the game, they're going to run the bases, get some autographs and some pictures. And, hey, you don't you might even get a picture with Spudley, the Spuds mascot. And a lot of fun. Curveball not coming over. That held outside. Countdown now runs full. Good idea by Tatum. Ball just wouldn't bend for him. Ball 4. Excellent at-bat by McHenry, and I don't think Tatum wanted to come inside on him.
Now batting number 12, Gabe Springer.
Designated hitter is Gabe Springer. He flew out his last at-bat. Runner now on first base, 2 out. That ball is pulled foul down the first base line, strike 1. What a great night we had here last night. Raised a ton of food for the Salvation Army here in Caldwell. Pioneer Credit Union did a tremendous job. There goes on the stolen base. Mandeville Did they get him? They did not. In time. He had a good lead. McHenry was off to the races. Mandeville with a great throw down to second base. Schwartzberg got the connection on it, but no, sir. Stolen base for Johnny McHenry. Count goes to 1-1. That ball is turned on and 25 feet foul. Gabe Springer gave that a nice little ride. It's a long strike. I can see what Tatum's trying to do. He's trying to set him up outside and come inside and kind of jam him on the hands. He does have a heavy fastball, but that outside pitch is just not connecting. It seizes a ball right out of his glove, so he's got to paint that outside if he wants to be successful with that. Here's the pitch. McHenry off on the steal. That ball has popped up. Bear Connie had some room. Heading over to the Spuds dugout. Makes the catch for the third out. One hit, no runs, one man left on. We'll be right back with the bottom of the fourth coming up right after this. More Spuds baseball. Please stay with us. Hostetler now out for the bottom of the fourth inning. Pitched very well. Spuds haven't been able to put the barrel on the bat yet and hit one square. Owen Bischoff looks to be leading off for the Spuds, the right fielder. Owen's had a good week. He just committed to Western Oregon University. It's a Div 2 school. Again, the family's really happy for him. The Spuds are happy for him. You couldn't meet a nicer kid. He's a good kid. A lot of fun. He's got the tough job of having to live with the mayor of Caldwell. He's been with Mayor Wagner the last couple of years, and I'll tell you what, you want to see a kid that's just adopted into that family, it's fun to see. Here's first pitch. That ball's down for ball one. Let's see if Hostetler can stay as consistent as he's been. He's been pitching just fantastic so far to start the game in the bottom of the fourth. Working in and up and changing his speeds is what's made him so successful. Let's see if he can keep it up. That's ball two, same spot the first pitch was. So him as well is trying to find that outside edge. So far hasn't been successful on Bischoff. Here at this at bat anyways. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. He can throw that strike at will. He really does. When he needs that, he's used it a couple times here tonight and got that pitch across. Wasn't for Bischoff. That ball would, I would say, the higher part of the strike zone, but and he went back outside and got Bischoff to look at it for strike two. 2-2 count. You know, they say to hit the ball where it's pitched. Bischoff tried to pull that, and that was an outside pitch, and you saw how that ended up. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Hostetler. Went the back same spot, rung him up. That ball was a ball. Bischoff did not swing on it. Umpire called it a strike, so it's a strike.
Now batting number 34.
Tyler Stone is your batter. Tyler's last night's game here with a double off the wall in the eighth. We had a 3-3 tie in that game, too. In a pitcher's duel. Stone last year with Gonzaga. He's now entered the transfer portal. Here's the first pitch from Hostetler. That ball is whistled. Here comes Crockett to catch that, and he does. What an outstanding catch into center field. I told you, that kid has a ton of range. That's Gage Crock with an awesome catch in center field to rob a hit from Stone. You got to play Stone deep, and he came in and really made a nice catch, left his feet, and made a great catch. And had that ball got by him, Stone would have been at third, but no. Lucas Danielewicz, the batter from Mesa Community College. First pitch, Lucas fouls off for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Danielewicz. First base hit of the night for the Spuds comes off the bat of Lucas Danielewicz, the designated hitter. He did exactly what you have to do and just put the bat on the ball. With 2 outs. That'll bring up Matt Mandeville, the catcher.
Now batting, number 12.
Matt hit a sharp shot to the second baseman, his first at bat. If he can put that hole through the hole on the right side, might get Danielewicz over to third base. Just a ton of 10 Barrel shirts here tonight. They gave out a ton of swag. You come to a baseball game, and 10 Barrel, one of our premium sponsors, first pitch from Hostetler is a strike. It's kind of cool. Everybody in the stadium is wearing 10 Barrel shirts and hats and socks, and it's an excellent sponsor for the Spuds. 10 Barrel Brewing, distributed by Stein Distributors out of Boise, Idaho. We had a fumble there, and Danielewicz was kind of thinking about it. Mandeville swung at, was nowhere near the strike zone. Now falls behind 0-2. Matt taking a step out of the box, and I think regathering his thoughts a little bit. Because I'm not sure what game plan he had, but that pitch had nothing to do with it. But Matt will regroup. The 0-2 pitch from Hostetler. Has a look at Danielewicz at first base. Here's the pitch, Mandeville. Not sure where Matt's going, but that is strike 3. And into the bottom inning. No hits. Excuse me, 1 hit, 1 man left on, no runs. To the top of the 5th we go.
Do we have any hungry fans out there tonight? Well, check out our delicious food truck. We have brisket nachos, hot dogs, chicken Caesar wraps, and of course, the kids' favorite,
Only in collegiate summer baseball will you have the Optimist cheerleaders here tonight. Young ladies, first-time cheerleaders. I'll tell you what, it's got to be nervous. They're in front of a crowd tonight that's pretty large, pretty active into it. And the young ladies did a great job. Harrison Clark leading things off for the Sasquatch. He flied out his last at-bat where you're in the top of the 5th inning. Pitcher's duel between Tatum and Hostetler here. Trying to get all the young ladies off the field. We're back underway. Costelli back on that. Harrison got under a little bit. Not too far. Costelli makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. It's been that kind of night. A lot of first pitch swings, a lot of cans of corn. Of course, last night we had our Pioneer Credit Union Battle of the Credit Unions. They were the first of 4 banks, credit unions, that were collecting food, non-perishable items for the Caldwell Salvation Army. So when you talk about a can of corn, that was it. Andrew Johnson, the catcher. I don't think his ball looked like it dropped in there, but it didn't for ball 1. Ball 2. If you're just joining us, we got a 0-0 ball game. We got ourselves a pitcher's duel, Tatum and Hostetler. Top of the 5th here in Caldwell. Beautiful pitch right across the outside. I'm sure that Johnson wanted to see if Tatum was going to come inside, and that's exactly what he did. It's 2-1 count now. Each team has 1 hit. No errors. That was a high fastball swung at, utilizing the top part of the strike zone. And for a 2-2 count now. Let's see if Tatum takes something off this pitch and see if he can get Johnson to swing at it. That's exactly what he did. Fouled it off down the first base line. Count remains 2-2. As I'd mentioned earlier, this is the second of a 5-game series. Spearfish making it out from Wednesday to Sunday. We'll finish up on Father's Day with a 5 o'clock game. Weather may be an issue, so watch Spuds social media for that. Here's the 2-2 pitch again, down and outside. Kind of looked like to me that Tatum tried to place that himself. And here's Johnson with the full pitch or full count pitch from Tatum. That ball is hit up in the air. Billingsley kind of moved back, moved over, stayed in the same spot, hit right to him. Second out of the inning.
Now batting number 13, Ivan Palomino.
Palomino now the batter. Ivan flew out in his first at bat, the third baseman. So quickly now, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Here's the first pitch by Tatum. That's called a strike over the outside corner. That one a little farther outside for a ball. There's a bouncer to Schwartzberg. He'll take it on the second bounce. Throw across the diamond. Stone makes a nice play. 3 up and 3 down, and that completes the top of the 5th inning. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more Spuds Baseball right after this. We are back here in Caldwell, Idaho. Bottom of the 5th inning.
Now batting for the Canton County Spuds, number 5,
Dawson Barakani will start us off from Mesa Community College, the third baseman. Here's the first pitch from Hostetler, who's been excellent tonight. That pitch is a strike. Ball low, 1-1. That ball dropped in there for a strike. Count is now 1-2. Hey, you see a fastball you want, you better get on it with this this young Hostetler. Because he's got a good mix of pitches. Here's the 1-2 count to Barakani. That ball's low as well. That's the same pitch he struck out Bischoff on just a couple batters ago in the 4th inning. Sets you up inside. He'll come outside now. That ball just kind of drops off the earth there, and Bischoff swung at it. Here's a 2-2 count. Nobody out. Just got the bottom of the 5th inning underway. Both teams have one hit. We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel, folks. That ball's fouled right at home plate. Barakani getting a piece of that. He was way out in front of that. Got to be patient. These guys that change speeds, you got to want, a fastball, then sit on the fastball. Kid like Hostetler that's got 3 or 4 different pitches and moves it in and out, you can't decide when it comes out of his hand. You got to kind of pick before that ball gets released. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Hostetler. That ball's low. Count runs full. Excellent eye by Barakani. That was a borderline pitch. But again, the umpires tonight being very consistent. Same with last night. Consistent, which is what you like to see. Here it is. That ball slowly hit to second base. Now we got a problem. The first pitcher and the pitcher getting it. He goes to first base and gets the out. Nice coverage by Hostetler. That ball was hitting a spot the first baseman had to cover, and that can sometimes be a little scary, but not here. Excellent defense there by the Sasquatch. That'll be the first out of the inning. Tyler Castelli, the batter, young gentleman from Tampa Bay, Florida. Product of the O-Stingers. Jimmy Osting in his camp out there in Lithia just does a tremendous job with local Tampa Bay products. Always ranked in the top 24 of perfect game and getting kids ready for college. Jimmy does a great job, and Tyler is one of his best students and a great kid. He's a real great kid. Castelli takes that pitch outside for ball 1. Called a strike. That ball was up. But Tyler's also 6'5". That ball low and inside. Nice mix by Hostetler. I can guarantee you that Castelli is looking for a fastball inside, and he'll turn on and he'll hit a gap and he'll get on his horse and he can go. Here's the pitch from Hostetler. That's exactly what Castelli got. That ball is walloped. Here's Castelli round, and that thing's off the wall. That thing is off the wall. Is that a home run? Yes, it's a home run. His first of the season for Tyler Castelli. The Tampa Bay native, Emory-Riddle University. Unbelievable. He is so excited. You know what? His family is here from Tampa Bay. What a great time looking at his grandma, Dee. Oh, there he goes. Outside the Spuds dugout. He's got his helmet off, his golden curly locks. Spuds now have a 1-0 lead. The shortstop, Schwartzberg, now comes up. The Saddleback Community College shortstop. First pitch is a ball. I told you Castelli sitting fastball in, and that's exactly what Hostetler gave him. He'd been mixing him up inside, up and down, and Hostetler's had himself an excellent, excellent game. This isn't going to tarnish that at all. And he comes back, and he's the kind of pitcher I don't think is going to be too upset with that. He'll come back right back to work, and he does. Counts now evened up at 1-1. But you could see how Hostetler was working him in and out and up and down and trying to get to change his eyesight and his eye level on the ball. And his next pitch was supposed to be a fastball in and down, and that's exactly where it was. One out here in the bottom of the fifth for the Spuds. That ball's down. Ball two. First 4 or 5 games of the season, Spuds were getting to know each other. Schwartzberg played some shortstop. Had a couple guys come in, and then Zach just said, "You know what? I'm gonna take this shortstop's job for as long as I want it," and that's exactly what he's done. He's been absolutely fantastic, just absolutely locking down shortstop. Made some great plays up in Casper and kept the guys into it. So that's a foul ball down the left field line. Count goes to 2-2. One out, bottom of the fifth. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Hostetler. That was up a little bit. He did have a drop on that ball, but it did not come down really soon enough. He took something off that, did Hostetler. He's had an excellent game. I know he's got some family in here from Coeur d'Alene. Some nice folks sitting right in front of the tower. Here's the full count pitch. Ball hit, third baseman. He'll make the glove across the diamond. Schwartzberg runs it out, but not in time. That'll be the second out of the inning. Gabe Garrett from Valrico, Florida, Bloomingdale Bull. Florida Tech student. Had a 6A high school championship last year with the Bloomingdale Bulls. Want to say hello to his family from Cliff Garrett Painting. Here's the first pitch to Gabe. He takes that down low for ball one. If you're in the Florida area, he'll go anywhere. I know Cliff, he'll pack the troops up and he'll paint your house, your commercial building, your property, any of that kind of stuff. And just a great baseball family, and so happy to have Gabe here. He'll hit it up the middle. That ball from the shortstop, he'll make the toss across the diamond. Gabe is out. That is the third out of the inning, but not before Tyler Castelli hits his first home run of the season, and the Spuds take a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back with more Spuds baseball right after this. Stay with us, folks. We are back at Wolf Field here in Caldwell. We have a World War II veteran, Ray. He's a Spud season ticket holder, 94 years of age, and he was up in the dance contest, only here in Caldwell. So Tatum now back out for the top of the sixth inning. First pitch swinging, Baracani in to make the play. On the one hop, he'll go across the diamond. There's a bounce to Tyler Stone. Fantastic first baseman, being very Joey Grabansky-esque for the first pitch out. Griffin Sharon was the batter. And that pesky number 11. Now, this guy's a heck of a center fielder. He really is. He's had himself quite a series in 2 games as Gabe cracked the center fielder. Struck out last at bat. Defensively, this guy's real good. Tatum coming up with the pitch now. Excellent pitch by Tatum for a strike. These pitchers are really mirroring each other, moving the ball in and out and setting these guys up straight. I'd be expecting Tatum to go back outside again, seeing if Crackle, there he did, and he caught it line right to Tatum. He'll go around the horn, 2 outs. That's one of those you got to pause. You get that line shot right back at you. You got to take a minute and recompose yourself. And quickly, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Vorwald, the batter. Ground out, first at plate, first out. Or first at bat, excuse me. That ball's in there for a strike. Here's Tatum with the pitch. Close outside, but a ball. Vorwald has the lone base hit for the Sasquatch tonight. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Tatum. That ball's fouled off and out of play. Stone will go over and have a look at it, but it's way outside. Bring up a 1-2 count. On deck is Ryan Bachman, the second baseman. 1-2 count here. Vorwald, the batter, the left fielder. Here's the pitch. Way outside. See if he can chase it. He doesn't. Count goes to 2-2. That's a broken bat. Gabe's going to settle underneath that. That bat is shattered. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And a new baseball bat. No hits. Nobody left on. After 5.5 innings, we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Spuds 1, the Spearfish Sasquatch, no score. We'll be right back right after this. Bottom of the 6th, folks. Game going by pretty quickly. 1-0 Spuds lead. Takes you to the back of the or top of the order now for the Spuds is Riker Billingsley, tonight's center fielder, in his 2nd game with the Spuds.
Welcome to the plate, number 8, Riker Billingsley.
I want to see this kid get on. I want to see his speed everybody's been talking about. He has hit the ball solid tonight, but just right at somebody. Here's the first pitch from Hostetler. Outside for ball 1. Hostetler's been excellent tonight, folks. Only giving up 2 hits. In the 6th inning in collegiate baseball, that's fantastic. He'll come inside, and Billingsley will slice that foul down the first base line. Defensively, both these teams are playing fantastic tonight. Making the plays that they have to make and making it for a good ball game. Here's the pitch. Called a strike. Not so sure that was in the strike zone. But my opinion does not count. So it's a strike. 1-2 the count. Again, hit on the button right to the second baseman. Billingsley hustles down to first. Close play, but one away. And you saw that right there where Hostetler, his previous pitch that was called a strike, was way outside. And then, of course, he came back with a pitch that was a little closer in that Billingsley should have tried to take down the left field side, but again, pulled that ball right to the second baseman. Owen Bischoff, the batter now. The right fielder. Spuds trying to get somebody on base, get something going here in the 6th inning. That ball's outside for ball 1. Owen has an excellent approach to batting. Very rarely do you see him come into the box and start swinging right out of the get-go. He'll take some pitches. He'll work the count. He's got a great baseball IQ. I think the folks there in Western Oregon are really going to enjoy him. He's a smart baseball player. He's going to do some nice things there. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bischoff. That's called a strike. That's low for ball 2. Excellent pitch. Strike 2. 2-2 count, 1 out. Bischoff fixing his gloves. That ball's low for ball 3. Bischoff works the count full. As I said earlier, Bischoff extremely versatile. Normally find him on the right side of the infield, right field or second base. Here's the full count pitch to Bischoff. Inside and high, and he walked him.
Now batting, number 34.
And strategically placed right in front of Tyler Stone is Bischoff, who gets a walk, and he is now a runner on base. Hostetler looking in. Spuds now have a base runner. Tyler Stone, the batter. Looking at the play that's on, the call from Coach Alex. Again, I see Tyler Stone, and I see that center fielder. Let's see who wins this battle. That pitch is outside for a ball. I know they're getting codes from the coach, but sometimes it looks like they're pulling their cell phone on. They get a text from, their aunt or uncle, hey, have a good at bat. But no, it's a play that's on right now. Here's the pitch. That pitch is outside. Bischoff can steal a base, but with 1 out and Stone at the plate, why? The way Stone can hit the ball, Bischoff is in the scoring position at first base, and especially with a 2-0 count. Hostetler's got to be careful. And he got under that. It looked scary from the beginning, but I'll tell you what, Tyler Stone he's upset at that at bat because he was about a half a centimeter from making this a 3-0 ball game. He was right on that. Bischoff has to go back to first base, and 2 outs now.
Now batting, number 13.
Lucas Danielwick's now your batter, the designated hitter. You want to talk about a great kid? You want to talk about somebody who puts a smile on your face? It's Lucas. Mesa Community College product. Excellent kid. And he bats in the number 4 hole here for the Spuds. He makes contact. And again, now you may see Bischoff maybe trying to take a base. Because if Dano can hit a spot and find some grass out there, Bischoff will score from second base. And let's see if Dano's going to allow him to run here. That's exactly what happened. Bischoff's taken off. There's a slide. And they got him. Thrown out at second base. That'll be the third out of the inning. It was a close play, exactly what he should have done to get into scoring position, but Dano will lead off the seventh inning. We'll be right back with more Spuds baseball right after this. There's some excellent on-field entertainment from the Spuds. They had a potato chipping contest where they had to take a chipping iron and chip a potato into a small glass, and that one didn't last too well. So we're at the top of the seventh inning. Tatum still your pitcher.
Now batting number 24, Ryan Bachman.
Bachman leads off for the Sasquatch. Bachman has grounded out and grounded into a double play. That pitch is inside for ball one. Pitch on the outside, ball two. Right in behind center field, there's some train tracks, so usually on a nightly basis we'll get a couple trains by here, but it's also close to the Caldwell Airport. That's ball three. Three and 0 count to Bachman, the leadoff batter here for the Sasquatch in the top of the seventh inning. Here's the pitch. That's served up right down the middle. Bachman takes it. 3-1 count. Tatum has to come back here with a strike. Hoping to get a ground ball right at somebody. Here's the pitch. Ball four. So a leadoff walk for the Sasquatch. McHenry now your batter. He's flied out and struck out. I don't think it's a Tatum's out of gas. I just think he didn't get those balls where he wanted them on the walk on for Bachman. Here's the first pitch to McHenry. Ball one. Spuds looking for a double play right here. Ground ball past Garrett. Bischoff comes in the right side. That's the second base hit of the night for the Sasquatch. McHenry's on at first base. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. That'll bring out Coach Inigus. Not sure if the Spuds bullpen is up or ready or Haven't seen anybody down in the Sasquatch bullpen. In fact, they're just getting loose right now. They've got a right-hander up.
Do we have any beer drinkers out there tonight? Well, you picked a great night to come out here. We got 10 Barrel Brewing Company. They got $3 pub beers for you tonight. Get on over to the concession stand. Get some great food. Get some great beer. And let's thank 10 Barrel Brewing Company for coming out tonight and having a big party with us.
So the conversation on the mound is over. Runners at first and second, no outs. Gabe Springer, the batter. He flew out his last at bat. Spuds looking to turn to double play right here. And he's looking to advance the runners over. Tatum right now can't throw a strike. That ball was put in the dirt. Excellent bunt. Gabe Garrett couldn't pick up the bouncing ball, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out. Harrison Clark, the batter. He's flied out and flied out. Bases are loaded, nobody out. This is the first trouble that Tatum's been in. Gave up a walk, then a single. But I'm guessing that would have been an error on Tatum, that throw down to first base. First pitch is a ball. There's the 1-0 pitch. That's exactly where they wanted that ball to go. That should be an infield fly. No, Bischoff's coming in to get that. Will there be a play at home? No, he's going to go halfway. Stone's going to cut that off. Spuds now have one out. That's a big out right there. Andrew Johnson, the catcher now. He flew out his last at-bat. So the Spuds would like to say a nice, easy double play ball right here. See if Tatum can get back into a nice rhythm. I would say this hasn't been his sharpest inning, but a leadoff walk is never a good thing. Let's see if the Spuds can get a double play. Try to minimize the damage here in the top of the seventh. Ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Tatum. Pitch is up there for strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Tatum. Strike two. Looked like Clark was trying to, Johnson was trying to do too much with that pitch. Well, Tatum ahead in the count. 1-2 count, one out, bases loaded, top of the seventh inning. Trying to get Johnson to chase one there. He didn't. Counts now 2-2. Right here is where Tatum's got to give him something. Something to get that ball in action. You don't want to go full count. You really want to try to do it right here. And that ball's inside for ball 3. Here's the full count pitch to Johnson. Bases loaded, 1 out. Time's called. That's a fly ball. Is that going to find the ground? No, Bischoff's there. He's under it. And he's coming home. Runner's coming home. And the runner will score. Shallow fly ball. Not sure whether Stone should have cut that off or not.
Now batting, number 13, Ivan Palomino.
But he did cut it off. And the runner scored. Oh, he left early. That run's not going to count. That run is not going to count. Coach is coming out everywhere. Little 7th inning stretch time here in Caldwell. Kind of a funny play to finish the last inning there. The fly ball was caught from Bischoff. Apparently the runner from third base left early, so that run does not count. And that was the 3rd out of the inning, and the Spuds get out of trouble. All the Sasquatch coaches were out there, and again, these guys are gentlemen. They handled it in professional manner, went out, talked about it for a little bit. Nobody freaked out, and that's a judgment call. And when he left, we knew it was going to be a close play at home. We thought Bischoff had a beat on it. It wasn't a deep fly ball. I mentioned that. Stone cut it off. Probably shouldn't have done that. The runners weren't going to go any farther, but hey, he didn't know for sure whether he was going to score or not. As it turned out, the runner left early. That run does not count. It's still a Spuds 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Hostetler out for his 7th inning of pitching. First pitch is in there for a strike. That pitch is down for a ball. Lucas Danielewicz, who was left in the batter's box last inning when Bischoff got caught stealing, he'll lead it off for the Spuds. 1-1 is the count. Bottom of the 7th, nobody out. Hostetler dealing. That's another strike for him. He's pitched an excellent ball game. Everything the Sasquatch needed from him tonight, he has done. Not sure whether that grazed Danielewicz or not. The umpire says no. That's now a 2-2 count. Want to say hello to our folks and team ownership Shaughnessy down in Apollo Beach, Florida, watching tonight's game. Huge Spuds fan. Nice to have her aboard. Daniel Wicks fouling off. Tough pitch from Hostetler. Shaughnessy, one of the owners of the Spuds and the Dobish family, spending their time between Tampa Bay and here in beautiful Tatertown, also known as Caldwell, Idaho. Home of your Spuds. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Hostetler. Bounce that in there for ball 3. He's had a pretty decent formula, has Hostetler. He's moved things in and out, and he has got a fastball that really is a changeup that drops in, and he likes to use the outside of the plate. Let's see what he does with Daniel Wicks right here. He did. He went low again. Daniel Wicks fouled it off. Excellent at-bat from Dano, from Mesa Community College. Here's the full count pitch. Daniel Wicks turned on that foul. It's a fair ball. That was a fair ball. Daniel Wicks rounding first base. Left fielder picks it up. He'll bring it into the infield. That's a great way to start off for the Spuds. Daniel Wicks with a double down the left field line.
Now batting for your Spuds, number 12, Matt Mandeville.
Now, Bischoff had a stolen that base in the last inning, and Dano did that. We'd have a 2-0 ball game, but that's not the case. Mandeville, the catcher, coming up here in the bottom of the 7th. Now, Matt's job here is going to be quite simple. Hit the ball on the right side of the infield and move the runner over from second. And the Sasquatch know it. They're bringing the first baseman in. And that's, he's going to get into a double play. That's a line drive to the first baseman. That ball should have been bunted. And now there's 2 outs.
Number 5, Dawson Beracani.
Dawson Beracani, the batter. As what you can't do when the first baseman comes in, you cannot line a shot to his glove. That ball's got to be on the ground. It's got to be a bunt. Here's Beracani up, and Hostetler's dealing again. That is strike 1. That ball bounced in past the catcher. Frustrations tonight all over the place, especially for a 1-0 ball game. Beracani swings through that for strike number 2. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Hostetler is dealing tonight. 1-0 Spuds lead, 3-2 lead in hits, and Tatum made an error on that throw to first. Here's a pitch. Struck him out. Well, the Spuds squandered a leadoff double by Lucas Daniel Wicks. And now it's 3 out. We'll go to the top of the 8th inning. Folks, hang on with us. This could be a nail biter. It is a nail biter. It's a good game coming right back at you. Palomino leads off for the Sasquatch. The 7th inning, if watching it, that was a little different. Something we hadn't seen for the first 6 innings. As Tatum's back out for the 8th inning here. Ball 1 is the count on Palomino. Top of the 8th inning, Palomino leads us off. That's a ground ball right to Schwartzberg. He picks it up, bobbles it. That's an error, can't pick it. Schwartzberg upset with himself. That's going to be an error on Schwartzberg. And the Sasquatch now have a runner on first base.
Now batting, number 40, Griffin Shearer.
Griffin Shearer, the right fielder, he grounded out his last at-bat. As Coach Alec probably going batter to batter with Tatum. And that should be the night here for Tatum. Excellent ball game. Both these pitchers have done very, very well. He should get a nice round of applause from the fans. We'll be right back right after this with a Spuds pitching change. Stay tuned.
Fans, we have some changes out on the mound and behind the catching mask. Cole Wilson catching.
Spuds do make a pitching change. They're going to bring in Kate Castillo, the right-handed submarine pitcher. They also got a new catcher. Cole Wilson's now your catcher. Castillo's been excellent coming out of the bullpen for the Spuds. Just a completely different look when it comes to where that ball comes from as a submariner. You don't see too many. I grew up with Kent Tekulve with the Pirates, and they're unique to watch. And we'll see how the Sasquatch react to that as Griffin Sheeran is now your batter. Nobody out, runner at first base, top of the 8th inning. Spuds flirting with a little danger here for the 2nd inning. And let's see if Castillo can come in and work some magic now. Sun is still a factor. Here's the first pitch from Castillo. The catcher, Wilson, that ball was going foul. He decided to give the Sasquatch a break and keep it fair and boot it. That ball had a spin on it and was headed foul direction. Had Wilson left it, would have been a foul ball. And Cole is saying, hey, that's on me. Now runners at first and second base. That'll bring up Gage Crott. The center fielder for the Sasquatch is The Sasquatch are threatening again. And that's the dilemma you run into when you have a submariner pitch and is try to lay down a bunt. And that bunt's going to get some airtime, get yourself in trouble there. That is strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch now from Castillo. And that's what you run into right there. That ball is not going to be caught by Stone. But now you have an 0-2 count. So 2 opportunities for Kratt to put that ball down and move those runners over. And let's see if that comes around to help the Spuds out. Castillo needs a strikeout here. I think that's new in baseball for this year. The coaches just yell out a number and they look in their pocketbook and see what that is and see what play is on and try to execute it. A little different than old-time baseball. Here's the 0-2 pitch now from Castillo. Really good bunt, but Castillo fills his position really well. Very rare to see somebody laying down a bunt on strike 3, but he did that. And did his job. Both runners advanced to second and third.
Number 3, Trey Warwall.
And the leadoff batter, one of the owners of one of the only singles for the Sasquatch tonight, top of the order, Vorwall, the left fielder. Top of the 8th, 1 out, runners at second and third. First pitch is a strike. Castillo looking for a strikeout here, not a real good setup spot for a double play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That ball bounced in. That's going to score a run. That ball gets by Wilson. This game is now tied. Now the Sasquatch now have a runner on third base with 1 out, 1-1 count. And that is a run without the benefit of a hit. Walk, error, pass ball. And they're going to squeeze another one, do they? No, they don't. Stone will turn around, throws it in the dirt at Garrett. That's safe at first base, too. Coach Innigas cannot be happy. We'll be right back right after this. Blake McFadden, ladies and gentlemen, the pitcher now for the Spuds. We got a tie ball game. Runners at first and third. I guess they're calling that a hit.
Don't forget, we're back here again tomorrow night. Same team, same time. Love to see all you guys out here. And I hear through the grapevine, 12 and under are free. So what a great deal right here. Canyon County Spuds. The best. NNU, Blake McFadden.
Blake McFadden, ladies and gentlemen, comes in a tough spot, but this is what Blake does. Trying to minimize this and get out of the inning in a 1-1 ball game.
Now batting number 24,
Ryan Bachman for the Sasquatch. He grounded out and grounded into a double play. It's exactly what Blake's looking for here. A one bouncer to the second baseman or shortstop and get out of this inning. Here's first pitch from McFadden. That ball's a strike. Runner moves over to second base. Not going to throw it down there. They're going to protect. Foul ball from Bachman. Strike two. Wilson trying to get them on the same page. 0-2 now to Bachman. Runners at second and third. Not the best defensive inning we've had as a Spud this season. McFadden looking for the strikeout. That's exactly what he gets. Rewrote the record book at NNU, Northwest Nazarene University, just up the road in Nampa. And last year, an all-star with the Spuds. Terrific young man and throws some smoke. Now the Spuds have a chance to limit the damage here with two out, top of the eighth inning. Already have a run in for the Sasquatch. Johnny McHenry, the shortstop. Flied out and struck out. Here's the first pitch from McFadden. That's low for ball one. Spuds do have first base open. McFadden is the kind of guy that's going to challenge you anyways. Probably won't use that, but let's see if he can... That's Billingsley under that. He'll come over just a little bit, and the Spuds get out of it. That's 2 innings in a row. They've got themselves out of heat. The Sasquatch have scored a run, tied the ball game up. Spuds have made 3 errors, though. Bottom of the 8th inning. Spuds got to get something on the board. Got to get something going. It's getting exciting, folks. Stick with us. We'll be right back with more Spuds baseball right after these messages from Idaho Central Credit Union, a fantastic Spuds sponsor.
Now pitching for the Spearfish Sasquatch.
Welcome back to Wolf Field here in beautiful Caldwell, Idaho, home of the Canyon County Spuds. Well, the Sasquatch have gone to their bullpen. I'll tell you what, Jack Hostetler, the starting pitcher for the Sasquatch tonight, absolutely unbelievable. He pitched fantastic 3-hit baseball for 7 innings. Now as the Sasquatch bring in Michael Larson, a right-handed pitcher. And the Spuds have flirted with fire here the last couple innings, especially defensively. Made some errors, 3 of them to be exact. Pretty competitive, even ball game up to here, but the Spuds opened up the 8th inning for the Sasquatch. Couple base on balls, couple of errors. And Sasquatch tied the game up. As I said earlier, this is the second of 5 games this weekend, as the Spearfish Sasquatch will be here till Sunday. Tomorrow night, kids 12 and under are free. Saturday night is just a party, plain and simple. It's a lot of fun here. And then Father's Day on Sunday afternoon. There's nothing better than the Spuds deal for Father's Day. It's 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 Pepsis for $40. It's a great deal. Bring Dad down to the ballpark, and it's a great time. It's getaway day for the Sasquatch, too. After that game, they'll head back now to Spearfish, and the Spuds head out on the road. Michael Larson warming up for the Sasquatch. Beautiful night in Caldwell. We've got back-to-back games here where we haven't had rain play into it. Looks like we might have a little on Sunday, but for a city that only gets 11 inches of rain a year, we've got about 47 in the last 2 weeks. It's been tough. We've had some delays and monsoons that have come in, and it's no 110 like it was last year. I guess you got to be careful what you ask for. I'd rather have a little bit of rain than the weather like it was last year. Tyler Castelli is going to be leading off for the Spuds. Castelli, the reason why the Spuds have a 1 on the board. He had a solo shot back in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Tampa native now. Coming up, see his first offering of the evening from Michael Larson. As I said, if Larson throws him an inside fastball, that ball's going to go a very long way. Let's see what Castelli does. Not so sure how a first base umpire on a left-handed batter can tell you he went for it, but hey, stranger things have happened. Let's strike 1 to Castelli. And all Castelli does is take that inside fastball, the next pitch, and ropes it down the first base line. Castelli is fast. He's 6'5", Emery-Riddle product. And he is fast, folks. And let's see if Coach Inigas now puts something on here. You've got the little soft-hitting shortstop we have in Zach Schwartzberg. He's better known for his glove than he is his offense. So let's see if Coach Alex tries to put something on here and maybe get the runner over to second base. Larson looking at Schwartzberg. Castelli takes his lead at first base. Here's the first pitch from Larson. This ball has to be bunted down the first base line. Plain and simple. That ball bounces in there for ball 1. Ideal situation. You want it right in between the second baseman and first baseman. Make somebody make a play. But definitely not to the third base side where he might get a chance on Castelli. Castelli should get a good jump here with the right-handed pitcher. Larson having a look over. Castelli with a nice big lead. Schwartzberg turns to bunt. That ball's high, ball 2. Two-0 count. Castelli on at first base. He's not going anywhere. He's waiting for Schwartzberg to bunt him over. Gabe Garrett's on deck. Spuds trying to get that runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. He pulls that back, making sure that is a strike, and it was. Ball was on the outside corner, but still close enough to get a strike. If Schwartzberg's going to put down a bunt, that would have been a great one to do it. A 2-1 count to Schwartzberg from Saddleback Community College. There's a big hole there on the left side of the infield. If he gets something, he can wrap over there. But now he's going to square the bunt again. And that ball is outside. Ball 3, 3-1. And it's tough as a pitcher when you see that guy squaring up, just trying to lay one right across. We saw Castillo as well. Sasquatch were disciplined enough to put a couple bunts down, one that should have gone foul and one that should have been thrown out. But just the same, when you put the defense in motion, you don't know what's going to happen. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Schwartzberg. He's squaring around again. Here's the pitch, and that ball is fouled off. So now what Schwartzberg has done is worked himself into a full count. He's had 2 pitches that he could have laid down for a bunt. And now you're in a tough spot. You go from where it's easy, everybody in the ballpark knows exactly what you're going to do. You square around, put the ball down, you run back to the bench, you did your job. Now to full count. Castelli's still on at first base. Bottom of the 8th, nobody out. Full count. Larson in, out of the bullpen. And that's ball 4. Sasquatch bullpen up again. Big right-hander down there. Michael Larson's come in, base hit, and now a walk. I can say that Zach Schwartzberg's happy he's at first base, but the fact of the matter is everybody in the ballpark knew that ball should have been bunted down the first base line and get Castelli into second. Yeah, there's nobody out, but in this particular situation, a ground ball, you could ground into a double play. But Castelli's now moved over. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And it's going to be up to Gabe Garrett. Again, in a perfect situation, Gabe should be turning and squaring that ball going down to first base and running, getting those runners over to second and third base. That's exactly what should be happening. That first baseman now making his way in. Gabe in turn, he should be squared up right now, ready to make that bunt. And Gabe puts the bunt down, but that is going to go foul. The inability to execute has been one of the reasons why the Spuds got off to a really bad start, an 0-4 start against North Platte. Couldn't execute, sending runners over, doing the 1-2-3 of baseball. Garrett's a good contact hitter, but he's got to get right around right off the bat. Everybody in the ballpark knows that he's going to bunt, and he's just got to execute and do your job. And like I said, go back to the dugout and get high fives from everybody. You don't want to work this to an 0-2 count and then hit away. He should be squaring up right now. Gabe Garrett does his job. Pitcher fields the job. Garrett's going to beat it out, and he does. The ball goes down the right field line. That's going to score 2. That's exactly what you need to do, folks. You need to force these guys to make errors, and that's what happened. Gabe ends up at third base. The Spuds score 2. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Simple fundamentals, ladies and gentlemen. He laid a bunt down the third base line. It was perfect. The pitcher picked it up, threw it out into right field, scores 2. Now the Spuds have a 3-1 lead. Gabe Garrett at third base. Now we're fighting to get Gabe home. That's a great at-bat. Excellent job, Gabe. And when he gets back into the dugout, I can guarantee you he's going to have some high fives in there as it completely changed this 8th inning around. Michael Larson trying to compose himself. But it was a great bunt by Garrett. Put it down the third base line. It was very difficult. It was a tough pitch to field. Here's Riker Billingsley, top of the order, center fielder from UC Riverside. Wouldn't this be a nice spot for him to get his first base hit as a Spud? And that ball's outside. Gabe Garrett's going to score. He's coming along. There's the 4th run for the Spuds. It's exactly what happens with a runner on third base. Nobody out. Spuds now have a 4-1 lead. Nobody out. And ball 1. The fundamentals of baseball as the Sasquatch coach now comes out. What a turn of events here in the last couple batters. From not being able to lay down the bunt, to having 2 guys on, to Gabe Garrett being able to lay down a bunt, and then the pitcher throwing the ball to right field. Tough break for Michael Larson. We'll be right back with more Spuds baseball right after this. Sasquatch coach has come out, had a conversation. Larson's going to stay in the game. Now it becomes really a decision of attrition to go to another pitcher right now. The Sasquatch are just going to have to get the sticks going in the top of the 9th inning. A lot of pressure on them right now. The bullpen is going. But as I mentioned yesterday and again earlier, it's that time of the season when you've got a lot of kids on their way to camp that finish off their seasons. You're pitching, you don't have a tremendous amount of depth. So right now it's gone from a 1-1 game to a 4-1 game. And now Michael Larson has to find a way to eat some inning. Here's the pitch to Billingsley. That ball's outside. Another pitch that did not hit the mark for Larson. And Billingsley's going to be in no rush to help Larson out right here. I would be surprised if he took a hack at any of these. A 2-0 count. Still nobody out. Here's the pitch. That's ball 3 right there. Now, if Billingsley does get on, you're going to see the Spuds run. They've got Bischoff and Stone and Danielwick's up. Those are their 2, 3, 4 hitters. And that would be their job. Here's the 3-0 count from Larson. Is Billingsley got the green light? It's a strike. That ball was up and out anyways. Still a strike, but ball was not in what I would consider to be Riker's wheelhouse. Excellent crowd here tonight in Caldwell. Strike 2. And that's an excellent at-bat by Riker here. The young fella from UC Riverside just joined the Spuds. He's in his second game. Plays an excellent center field and fast. Let's see what he does now with a full count, 3-2, as Larson has worked back into the scheme here. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Excellent at-bat. When you've got a leadoff guy that just needs, his job is to get on base, plain and simple. Get hit by the ball, lay down a bunt, work the count, and get on base. So now the Sasquatch coach coming out, having a conversation. I don't think this is going to be a long one. And, yeah, he's going to make a change. So are we. We're going to be right back. I want you to hear from the folks at Pepsi, one of the premier sponsors for the Spuds. I want to thank everybody there. What a great company, local here in the Treasure Valley. I want to thank the entire team at Pepsi, their customer service and what they do here for us at Wolf Field and the College of Idaho. Pepsi, it's a great marriage. We'll be right back right after these words from Pepsi. Drew Hedke, the new pitcher for the Sasquatch. I'm a little ways away, but his blonde flowing locks are reminiscent of the days of Rod Beck from the San Francisco Giants many, many years ago from the 80s. He's the third Sasquatch pitcher of the night.
Number 36, Drew Hedke.
Nobody out. Riker Billingsley on at first base. Owen Bischoff make his way to the plate. The right fielder from Western Oregon University. He's a Caldwell favorite and having himself a great night. Here's the first pitch coming from Hedke. Billingsley takes his lead. And Billingsley is off. He caught himself on the turf halfway through. Did Billingsley. He got out of the box pretty good, and it almost looked like a cleat caught because you looked up and he still wasn't halfway down the base. But nevertheless, there's one out, and that was a strike on Bischoff. Not a bad start for Hedke. One pitch, one out, one strike. And he's in here throwing strikes right now. That's strike 2 on Bischoff. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ball 1, that pitch is up high. Count now even at 2-2. Hedge started off with 2 great pitches, some strikes down the middle. Now Bischoff has got himself in a 2-2 count. Strike 3, struck him out. Nice pitch. Bischoff caught with the bat on his shoulder. Thought that pitch was a little low, but it was a strike. Tyler Stone now in the box. Tyler Stone coming up with nobody on base and 2 out. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Spuds have scored 3 runs on 2 hits. That ball's low for ball 1. And I'll tell you again, if Hedke gives him an inside fastball, and I know that's easy to say with a left-handed batter, that's exactly what was going to happen. Stone got the fat part of the bat on it. Shortstop was in the right spot. They've done their scouting. They've done their job, but that's 3 out. So at the end of the 8th inning, it's 4-1 Spuds. They got 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. Left nobody on. We'll be right back with the top of the 9th inning and what we like to call McFadden time. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Spuds baseball. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 9th inning, 4-1 Spuds lead. The Sasquatch, Gabe Springer, the designated hitter, is going to lead things off against Blake McFadden. First pitch from McFadden is a ball. Second pitch is in for a strike. That's a lazy Sunday curveball right there. Gabe Springer's going to do everything he can do to get on base. That's the key for the Sasquatch right now is they need runners on base, and Blake's going to throw some strikes here. That wasn't a strike. That was ball 2 outside. Again, Blake looking for contact. Trying to get him to induce into a ground ball. It's a game of outs right now, and the Spuds need 3 of them. Here's the 2-1 pitch from McFadden. That hit him. So not the start McFadden was looking for. As Harrison Clark, the number 5 batter, will now come up. Again, Blake had worked a couple pitches on the outside, then came inside to bust him. And I think that ball got away from him. But I don't think Gabe Springer's going anywhere. Blake's a left-handed pitcher. Spud's looking for a ground ball, turn the double play right now. That ball's inside. It's ball 1. It's Blake's B move to first base. Keep the runner a little closer. Sun is no longer a factor here tonight. Must have been earlier. We had a couple weird plays at first base. Here's the 1-0 pitch from McFadden. That's inside as well. That's ball 2. Coach Alex making his way out to the mound. He's just going to come have a conversation with Blake. Obviously, with a runner on first, he's seen a couple straight balls, and both of those inside. Just checking on him. Blake did pitch last night. Picked up the save in the ball game. And just going over, hey, look, let's calm things down a little bit. Let's throw some strikes, put the ball in play, and let our defense go to work. Fantastic crowd here tonight in Caldwell. 10 Barrel Brewing, tonight's premium sponsor. They're a great sponsor of the Spuds. Been with us since day one. Stein Distributing out of Boise, distribute Budweiser and Michelob. All the great 10 Barrel Brewing products. Got a big party down in right field for them tonight. 2-0 is the count. Clark is the batter, the first baseman, McFadden. Let's see if he's had a chance to regather, and he has. That's a fly ball out to right field. Daniel Wicks, that ball is going to land in foul territory, but it's caught by Bischoff. Daniel Wicks is our designated hitter. Bischoff makes his way over, and Blake throws a strike, and it was an out. So 1 out, runner at first base.
Number 23,
Andrew Johnson, the catcher, is going to be the batter. Andrew's caught a great game in behind home plate tonight. Him and Hostetler, which would be my MVP or game player of the game for the Sasquatch, had themselves a heck of a 7 innings. Here's the first pitch to Johnson. And that's a strike. Cole Wilson can throw. If you're thinking that Gabe Springer is going to take second base, they're not going to want to exchange a possible stolen base for an out. Sasquatch need as many outs as they can get right now, and Spuds will exchange that any time, but Blake McFadden's going to be really good at holding runners. Here's the pitch. That's strike 2. 0-2 the count, 1 out. Runner at first base. I want to say thank you to all of our fans in Spearfish. Great group of people, all the players' parents and aunts and uncles. We did have one of the Hostetler family down from Coeur d'Alene. Really appreciate you tuning in. Here's the pitch from McFadden. Strike 3. That's what Blake will do to you. Now there's 2 outs. Again, want to say thank you to the entire Spearfish organization. It's one of the classiest in this league. We've got a 10-team league here in the ILB. And the Schmidt family run a fantastic program there in Spearfish, really into the community, and they're a real asset to that area. And I'll tell you what, these guys are a pleasure to hang around from pregame meals. Never have an issue anywhere with them. Very respectful. And these guys are going to be around come playoff time and end of the season here to get into it, as some of their players are now starting to arrive and as they fill out their roster. So you folks that are in Spearfish and the folks and parents of the players from the The Sasquatch should be very proud of them. 2 out now in the ball game. Palomino now the batter. Check that. Keenan O'Brien is now batting. He's too busy saying nice things about the folks of Spearfish and forgot the number 29 was now pinch hitting. So Keenan O'Brien, last night's catcher, he hit himself a heck of a game last night. He's now into pinch hit. As the Spuds need 1 out, and Sasquatch are trying to extend this game. Here's the 0-1 pitch from McFadden. That ball is fouled out right field. Bischoff won't be getting this one. 0-2 is now the count. 2 outs, 2 strikes. And since that last mound meeting with Coach Innigus, it looks like Cole Wilson and McFadden have been on the same page. Tatertown is on their feet, looking for McFadden to get his second save in as many nights. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That ball's outside. O'Brien wasn't chasing. And just in case you're thinking, is that runner going to be on the move? Nope. It's too valuable to Spearfish. He's got to stay on base, but here's the 1-2 pitch from McFadden. This ball game is over, ladies and gentlemen. They don't call him Mr. Ninth Inning for nothing. Blake came in, did his job. So that's it, folks. That's your ball game. The Spuds have won their 6th straight, 2 in a row now from Spearfish. Final score is Spuds 4, Sasquatch 1. Spuds ended up with 5 hits and Sasquatch with 3. Spuds committed 3 errors and the Sasquatch won. Pretty similar to last night's ball game. All the trouble came for Spearfish in the bottom of the 8th. So a great ball game tonight. Want to thank everybody for coming out and listening online on YouTube, on Spuds TV. Thank you for being a part of tonight's Spuds TV presentation. Join us tomorrow night, 7:05, right here from Caldwell, Idaho. On behalf of everybody here with Tatertown and Spuds Nation, want to thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great night.